to walk off the field in college football, and you know, we're either the first or one of the first to get back on it. And so it's excited to get back out here today and turn the page and really start over and start building this team. We got a lot to do in these 54. We got 14 more practices now. One's behind us, and but lots of fun today to come out here and see a lot of new faces. 17 mid-years, guys getting their very first practice at Clemson, and a lot of guys in new roles. And then some you know, guys that are coming off a year where they gained lots of confidence and experience, mentally and physically. So you know, a really good start. You know, this is it's about starting over, and you know, not just reinstalling your offense, defense, and kicking game, but it's also reinstalling your program and the core values of your program. And, you know, kind of resetting, if you will, in every sense of that word. So I'm really, you know, proud of how they work today. We got a lot of little things that we got to teach and clean up, because, like I say, we had a lot of guys that didn't even know where to go. They're trying to figure it out, and it's a very fast practice. But I was really pleased. We practiced a little less than 2 hours as far as practice time, and so very efficient. Repping 3 groups. But, you know, good start. Another day in shorts on Friday, and then we'll get the ball on Saturday.
Is it harder to turn the page after you win the national championship versus a loss in the playoffs?
No, not for me. You know, because the team's different. I think if you had everybody back and it was all the same, maybe. I haven't really ever experienced that. But when you have so many new faces, you turn the page quick, because you got a lot of work to do. But I think this really helps us do that. But we've got a lot to accomplish in all areas. But for me personally, you know, we've got, it's chemistry, it's leadership, you know, it's team. It's the little things. It's getting these guys to you know, have good football IQs, not just with their position or but within the scheme of the offense or the defense, and then situationally. So we just got a lot to do, but we got a lot to work with, and it's exciting.
How much different is it to have a clear-cut quarterback? This time last year, there were so many questions about whether it was Kelly or whether it was going to be Trevor and how it was going to play out. Now it's a clear-cut. It's Trevor. It's his job, and how much more can you do with the offense when you have that?
No, it's not his job. He's got to win the job. You know, that's the wrong narrative. There's nobody got a job. You have to prove it all over again. It's just the way. That's just the way it is here. It's not. Nobody's got a job. You have a starting point, but you have to come out here and prove every day that you still deserve to be the guy. It's just the way it is. It doesn't matter who you are. Sean had to prove it every year, every day, and that's just the type of urgency that we keep. And the guys accept. They love that. And that's why we're good. You know, there's competition all the time. And I'll tell you what, man, Chase Price is a great day today. But I will say this, we're in a great spot at quarterback. I feel great about those two guys and where they are mentally and physically at this point. But nobody's got a job. Everybody has to earn their job every single day. You know, there's nothing that carries over. We don't get to all of a sudden start on second base. Everybody's back in the batter's box. Everybody's got a clean slate, and you got to earn it. If you get on base, it's because you earned it. Nobody gonna give you nothing.
Dabo, you feel like your guys had the right attitude about turning the page?
Yeah, I do. You know, I felt like I mean, it's a long season, and then there's a lot going on afterwards, and then you got a bunch of new people, and the coaches are on the road in January, so. You know, but they've done a nice job, and I feel like we kind of got on the same page and really put our eyes forward several weeks ago in one of our team meetings. But today I think helps even. I think today helps even more so because now you get to get out here and be in this team setting, and you got to go do it. So it's fun though to look out and see a lot of neat people in different roles. I mean, we ran out there with that first group of line players. Holy cow! It was pretty neat. So, I tell you, they did a good job, really good job.
Coach saw you working with the wide receivers today. First impressions of Ladson and Ngata.
And Spector, really talented. Exactly what we thought they'd be. You know, I mean, but they're short, so it's a different game when you put the pads on and all that stuff. But all three of those guys are exactly what we hoped they would be as far as just natural ball skills, explosive. We got great size in that group. So exciting young talent for sure.
Is there a position group that you're more excited to see the competition play out over spring practice than another? Is there one in particular that?
Well, obviously the D-line, because we, I don't know. They can. I mean, we recruited a bunch of guys, but I don't know if they can. How quickly is it going to translate? You know, they're physically gifted. That's easy to see. I saw that in mat drills. You know, seeing these big guys move, but who can translate it quicker and transition from the meeting rooms and speed of the game, physicality of the game. Roles were kind of reversed now. You know, we got a really veteran, experienced offensive line against a bunch of young guys. With if Jordan and Niles were out here, it'd be a smoother thing, but they're not, and that may be a blessing for us in the long run, because now, you know, Xavier Kelly is sink or swim. You know, he's got to get it done. Tyler Davis, he ran out there first today. Xavier and Justin and Logan and KJ and all the Maskell, all those guys. So that's going to be the group to me, obviously, that very talented, but a ton of competition. And how's it going to sort out? I don't know. It'll be fun to watch.
When you lose the dominant personalities of Christian and Clee and Austin and those guys, how important is it to find the next group of leaders this spring and figure out who's going to replace those guys, what they did off?
Yeah, it's critical. I mean, I think two most underrated things on any team is chemistry and leadership. Just simple as that. Those are two things that are, you know, it's easy to look at a roster and see talent and experience and you know, all these things. Leadership and chemistry, it's not as easy to see that. That's nurtured, it's taught, it's developed. It's a lot of things that have to go in it. And so it's a huge priority for us. And we have a lot of that in certain areas. It's just in different spots. You know, I think we got unbelievable leadership in the secondary right now. That linebacker group and the leadership that we have right there is strong. It's a very good group. Our receivers, our running backs, our offensive line, our quarterback, we have it in a lot of areas, but we've got to grow some guys in those areas in the defensive line. And who's it going to be? You don't have to be a senior to be a leader. The day Christian Wilkins got here, he was a leader. From the time he got here, he was a leader. You know, so we'll see. But it's a process that you have to go through. But it is critical between now and August when we get back together that starts to shape and emerge in some guys.
Who's that guy like Wilkins that you have?
We got a lot of them, but I'd say Cervinka is a guy that I think is a leader in all areas. Can cross over and lead defensively. I think we got AJ, a guy like that. I think Luce, Kayvon, and our guys like that. I think Simmons. Shaq's an unbelievable leader. Shaq's one of the most respected guys on this team. You know, I think he might have got the most of it. We do some internal things that gives me really good feedback on kind of what's our DNA, you know, kind of a DNA test, if you will, that I do every year to kind of just see where we are and what the team's thoughts are. And, you know, Shaq's one of he's unbelievable. So he hasn't played as much. He's one of the best leaders we've had. Incredibly committed guy on and off the field. Great student. He's amazing. So we have several guys that I think if they do that, they just haven't had to do that because we've had a lot of really dominant personalities. But we have a bunch of guys that I think are excited to step into that role. You know, Pollard, Ankle, John Simpson is a guy that's going to be great here for us this year. You know, so Feaster's been amazing. He really has. Maury Rogers. We got a bunch of guys that I think fit that category.
Speaking of Feaster, he said in December that there was a chance he might not be back, or he was going to maybe think about things. Did he talk to you at all during the offseason?
Oh yeah. We talked. We talked about, I meet with all those juniors that I think have a chance to maybe move on and went through his draft grade and kind of where he was and what he needed to do. And he's really taking it to heart. And it's the best he's ever been, in every area. Incredibly focused and confident right now. Has worked his tail off. He's one of the guys that the guys see as a leader, and he's earned that. So it's fun to see guys kind of grow and mature and transition. But he's got the eye of the tiger, and I really like the look that I see in him right now, his body language. So I think when it's all said and done, we can stay healthy. We could have as good a backfield as anybody.
Coach got a good look at Jalen Lay today. He looks physically ready to play tomorrow. Is it safe to say, as Garrett Williams decided not to play, and also with Braden Galloway, how's he handling this whole appeal process mentally?
Oh, they're all good. I mean, it's just there's nothing it's nothing they control. So we just focus on what you can control and come out here and put the work in. They're doing a good job with that. But yeah, Jalen's got a long way to go. He is physically. Wow, you want him off the bus first, that's for sure. But we got a lot to teach. That's probably the most difficult position offensively, maybe outside of quarterback and offensive line. Just so much involved. But he did a nice job today. Showed up a couple times. Had a couple plays. But he just scraped the surface.
And Garrett's not going to be playing?
I don't know yet.
Okay.
Most likely he's not. Most likely he wants to. Go in the Marine Corps and become an officer or Navy SEAL, and so he's really locked in and focused. He's out here coaching. He's out here working and coaching the guys, and he's really enjoying that. But I don't know. Most likely he's right now kind of leaning to not playing next year. But that door's open for him. There's really no rush or urgency right now to have to lock something in. Young people change their minds, and plus with the stuff he's dealt with injury-wise, he didn't practice one play the whole national championship week. Played 19 snaps. He's really dealt with a lot, with his infection and his knee and all this stuff, and he's just now trying to get back healthy. He's been great. He's been meeting with the guys and kind of been Coach Williams. Done a good job with that, but who knows? Most likely he won't be, or I don't know for sure.
Dabo, is there anything that you guys are doing now as far as your approach to this practice that you wished you would have coming after your first national championship?
No, not really. The same thing we've done for, I guess, 11 years. Not really anything different.
This is the most mid-years that you've had. They're from all over the place. What have you noticed about just the chemistry among those guys, starting with the all-in drills?
Yeah, they're great. It's a really good group. They've been fun. I've gotten a lot of feedback from all the different touch points that touch these guys, the academics, nutrition, strength conditioning, whatever. And it's a good group. They're focused. They're dialed in. I've not had one issue with them. They're excited. They're eager. They've all been. It's been fun for them to have kind of each other. They're off to a good start. It's a blessing to have them here because I don't even know what we'd have done this spring in certain areas without having all these guys here to fill in some spots and give us a chance to practice the way we need to practice.
All right.
Thanks, Coach.
All right, we got the 3-point.